I came on the internet with a gut-wrenching lesbian breakup drama and casually mentioned that I had an ex-husband. So naturally, the world was like, girl, explain. And so here I am to do exactly that. Here is how I married my high school boyfriend, part one. Before that prefrontal cortex develops, we make some really stupid decisions. And this also might be one of the dumbest things I have ever done in my entire life. To get the story of my ex husband, we have to go all the way back to high school. He was my first ever love interest. When I tell you I would have done anything to get this boy to like me, I mean absolutely anything. He likes Blink 182. I love Blink 182. He watches Salad Fingers. I love Salad Fingers. The problem with all of this was that I wasn't his girlfriend. I was just a girl who was his friend. And I would buy him McDonald's in the morning or Starbucks before school, and we would meet in the commons before classes started. And I would go to his wrestling meets, and my mom paid for the a la carte lunch, and he got the free school lunch. So I would buy his lunch every day, and I would sit with him. And when he wasn't eating because of wrestling, I wouldn't eat. And if you have watched any of my other videos, you know I love doing charity, apparently. And I was running a full-blown nonprofit at this point. Whole time I thought I was working towards becoming the girlfriend. But in high school, he was a little bit of a player. So instead, I had to listen to his stories as his girl best friend about the girls that he was actually hooking up with and the girls that he was actually interested in. Things probably weren't working out with one of his other 12 girlfriends. So he starts showing interest in me, and table scraps are what I was apparently willing to take at this point in my life. So as he starts showing interest in me, I start skipping school with him. But we're just skipping school and staying on campus and staying in one of our favorite teachers' classrooms. And eventually I get the idea of, oh, I should skip school and us stay at my house. I had the world's most strict parents, which probably is what led me to becoming so rebellious. But eventually this perfect storm happened to where I could actually make it possible for him to come over. So my stepdad had gone out of town. A little backstory. My grandma, I was the favorite grandchild and oldest granddaughter. So she gave me her car when she got her driver's license revoked for driving down the wrong side of a 2-lane road. And they decided to take my car, I don't have a driver's license at this time, to Alabama for a hunting trip. They is my stepdad and my stepbrother. So my stepdad, who is extremely strict, is going out of town. And my mom is the one who is obviously watching over me and my sisters at this time. So with him out of town, I know I have this perfect opportunity to have my boyfriend come over. They take this little 2001 Ford Taurus out of town because it has next to no miles on it, and all that's left at the house are two extremely lifted trucks. And being 15 without a driver's license, I don't know how to drive either of those lifted trucks, but I had a goal and I had a dream, and I was going to make it happen. Parents being extremely strict, they had a deadbolt on their bedroom door. The only time the deadbolt is unlocked and there is an opportunity for me to go in there to get the keys to this lifted truck is when my mom would step outside to have a cigarette. And when she did that, I snuck into the bedroom and I grabbed one of the sets of keys and threw it under my pillow. So I text this boy and say, "We are skipping school tomorrow. I will come pick you up." The only other problem is I know if I skip school, my mom will get a phone call that says I didn't show up. And my mom knew the front office ladies. So the next morning, she would always get up really early for work and go out to the front porch and drink her coffee before she would leave. And I sneak back into her room. I grab her cell phone and I know the cadence in which she speaks. I know how she talks on the phone. So I say, "Hello, this is Rebecca Iveson. I am calling in for my daughter, Erin Iveson. She is feeling ill today and will not be making it into school. If you have any questions, please feel free to return my call at," and I give her phone number and hang up the phone. 4:30 in the morning, I didn't think that it would be a red flag that I was calling the school. I was just a mother doing her due diligence to make sure that her daughter's attendance was taken care of. I was thinking Oscar-worthy performance. I had just gotten away with everything. Instead of walking to school like I typically would, I waited until everyone left. My sisters were already at school and my mom was gone for work. I took the keys to my stepbrother's lifted truck and proceed to drive to school. I don't know how to drive. I've never driven before. I can't figure out the turn signal. I can hardly see over the steering wheel. I'm hitting curbs left and right. It is a miracle I made it to the school, and I texted him and told him to come outside and meet me. And he knew immediately that I was not going to be the one driving. So he ended up driving us back to my mom's house. We make it back, and he is very into gardening, and there are no gardening tools at my house, and I have never been around gardening before in my life. Being the innovative man that he is, he fashions a gardening tool out of an apple. He opens up every window in that house, and it is March in Kansas and freezing cold outside. He turns on Sports Center. We leave and go get Panda Express because he's so hungry from gardening. We come back, we eat Panda Express, and then we kissed for the first time ever. We are on the couch, and I think, oh my goodness, he's actually into me. He really likes me. Everything is going exactly to plan until my phone vibrates, and I look at it, and it's my mom calling. So I pick up the phone, and I whisper because I'm supposed to be in class, and I'm like, hey, Mom, I can't talk on the phone right now. I'm in class. And she yells, you're not in class. The school called me. You tried to call yourself out. And immediately I'm terrified. So I panic. Mom, you're not coming home, are you? And immediately she says, Erin, I don't have time for your stuff today. I don't have time to deal with you. I have meetings all day long. So I figure I'm safe, right? I'm so sorry. I just needed a day off of school. I'm just at home. I'm laying on the couch. We hang up the phone. I figure I'm about to be grounded for the rest of my life anyway, so I might as well enjoy this while it lasts. We go right back to what we are doing, and some clothing ends up disappearing from this boy's body. Not even 30 seconds later, I hear someone pull into the driveway. So I fly up, run to the living room window, and look outside. Lo and behold, my mother has pulled into the driveway. I throw his clothes at him and I scream, hide. My mom busts in the front door and immediately goes, where's the boy? I try to play it cool and act like nothing is going on and I have no idea what she's talking about, but I'm also very much in my head because of the earlier gardening, and I think I'm having some effects from him gardening around me. So I'm paranoid. I say, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody here. It's just me. I needed a day off from school. She looks around. She sees the windows are open. She sees Sports Center on the TV, and she goes, I know there's a boy in here. As previously mentioned, I come from a family of hunters. My mom goes upstairs to her room and gets the safe and grabs something out of the safe. I have no clue where in this house he decided to hide. So I start yelling everywhere that she's looking to give him an idea of where she's at in this house. So I'm saying, don't go in Corinne's room, my sister. Don't go in Morgan's room. Don't go in the bathroom. He was hiding in my bathroom, in my room, which has French folding doors, sitting on a stack of shoe boxes way back in the closet. I don't know any of this at the time, but she takes the thing that she has in her hand and waves it across the clothes, waves it across the clothes again, and hits him in the head twice, but doesn't find him.